Last time on Metaphor ReFantazio.
So, remember how I said I'd keep my eyes on you? Well, I have to say, I like what I see.
Oh boy, Hulkenberg's gonna kill me if she found out this happened to me.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
And now back to the story. Hello and welcome to the channel. We're back with some more Metaphor ReFantazio. Last episode, we successfully snuck into Luis's room and stole the curse formula. We've also got Juna on the team now, and her archetype is pretty interesting. It can equip masks, which gives it different abilities. So, like, these two skills and these two skills are its only inherent moves. The rest comes from this, the Seeker's Mask. It also changes its strength and weaknesses. Fitting that the performer acting as a secret agent would have the persona mechanic. But speaking of persona, the Phantom Thieves could take some notes from what we just did last episode, as we got in and out without much of a hitch. We did our prep work, we got rid of the one witness, and that was the one fight we had to do when we went there. Well, it might be a bit too soon to speak, because we still gotta go have the curse formula translated. We've gotta go see Rella for that. Am I on a new street? This place looks different. Maybe I just haven't run down this way in a while. But yeah, one thing that bothered me about Persona 5 from the outside looking in is that it feels like the thief aesthetic is wasted because it always boils down to a fight in the end. Like, I get that it's an RPG, so by nature, there has to be a fight. It just irks me as someone who loves stealth.
Let's go.
Rella's inside this church. Let's go. I'm harping on the Phantom Thieves, but this could still go wrong for us.
Terribly sorry. Putting some elixirs away. Be with you in a moment.
Because we're not exactly good buddies with the Sanctus Church, especially after what just happened at the exhibition. Well, they should be over by now. That was like a month ago, right? Also, I'm curious to see how Rella and Juna's relationship is.
Hello. How can I help you? Juna.
Long time no see. Sorry for all of us storming the place.
And you're the one who was at the exhibition.
That's right. Nice to meet you.
Right. Now that you all know each other's names, Rella is my older sister.
Like, by adoption?
Adopted sister, that is. Her family took me in. Though don't spread it around. The public doesn't know, and we don't know who tried to exploit it.
Fair.
It's been forever, Juna. I'm so sorry. I really was planning to meet you after the opening ceremony.
I understand. You were attending to Sanctifex Forden until Brilehaven. But that's wonderful. Such deft social climbing even puts father's efforts to shame, eh?
Ugh, social climbing. Glad to make your acquaintance. I am Rella Cygnus.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a healer. But somehow, I doubt that's why you're here.
Actually, there's something we'd like you to look at.
Where did you get this?
I know it's asking a lot, but could you share anything you know? Without asking too many questions?
This place is so echoey. Anyone who just, like, pops their head in will be able to hear what we're saying.
I've seen something like this before.
Oh?
I'd never forget. Objectively speaking, the magic involved is a direct inversion of a healing spell.
Interesting.
Popularly known as a curse.
I suppose that stands to reason.
So curses are just healing spells, but backwards.
Pardon
To put it
the
in
late
layman's
introduction.
terms.
I am Hulkenberg, a Knight of the Crown. As you may have guessed, that is the formula to the curse that slew His Royal Highness, the Prince.
I hope having this on our person isn't very incriminating.
Hold on.
The death of His Highness was a tragedy, one I would see repaid in full. As His Royal Guard, 'tis my duty to punish the treasonous snake responsible.
Then surely the man who penned this was Luis.
Most likely.
Look, what happened at the exhibition? We were trying to get closer to Luis. You're a holy woman, so I couldn't ask your forgiveness. But if you could at least understand.
The Lady Joanna's penitence was sincere. To hear her, I thought it must be so. It was Forden who chose such a terrible punishment.
Yep.
That was what scared me.
Oh, Rella.
I really hope we can get her out of her situation.
But I'm a bit relieved. I heard rumors Luis had swept you off your feet and you'd been hanging on his arm since. I worried for you so, Juna. I see now I needn't have given it a second thought.
Of course. I am Juani Cygnus, and my life is...
Yes, your life is your own, I know. Just make sure you're not causing trouble for everyone else. I suppose this is another dramatic and risky gesture? Like when you ran away from home in a frenzy of passion, declaring you'd take the stage or die trying.
No! Well, sort of. Maybe, yes, but... Oh, you didn't have to put it like that.
Wonder how old these two are. Rella's definitely got big sister energy here.
I've looked over the formula. From what I can tell, this spell's effects are enduring. As long as the magic's source continues to exist, the effect shall never fade.
Does that mean we can't undo it?
The trouble is, while most curses simply consume the magic released in the moment's casting, this one is designed to perpetually draw on the magic of the caster.
Gotcha.
So as long as Luis lives, it doesn't matter where his victims run and hide. Sounds just like him.
But I'm afraid even if His Highness still lived, I don't think anyone could have broken the curse using this.
So killing Luis is our only option.
This formula isn't complete.
Oh.
It's a mere outline, clearly jotted from memory. I couldn't tell you how to lift the curse from this alone.
Dang it.
What? Then I'm sorry I couldn't be of any help.
No, you've done plenty. Especially since we're the ones who sprang this on you.
So the rest of the formula must be elsewhere.
Pardon me, young man. May I say one last thing?
Go
You're
right
a
ahead.
friend of hers, aren't you? Please, keep Juna safe.
Of course.
Of course. I'll do what I can.
Thank you. She can be reckless sometimes.
That's an understatement. I'm still not sure if she was the one who made the Caradrius start flying. I'm not sure how that would benefit her.
I'll be here for the foreseeable future. Any friend of Juna is welcome here, so stop by any time you like.
Alright.
The curse is impossible to break?
Did I miss a funeral? I've never seen you lot so gloomy.
What do we do now?
Gotta find a way to lower Luis's public standing. Otherwise, we won't be able to hurt him.
The only way left is to take down Luis himself.
The impossibility of that is precisely what led us here, Stroll. And now, we are no further than when we started.
Plenty of assassins have come for Luis, but the king's magic works every time. They all died frozen in agony.
At the very least, he can't kill me in retaliation for what we just did.
Even if we could fight him properly, do we stand a chance? The man's an unparalleled master of both martial and magic arts.
This might be the end.
Okay, y'all are giving up way too soon.
Still, we have to stop Luis, no matter what. The royal magic's not an absolute shield. It cost Gladel his life. We've just got to maintain the trust we've earned from Luis, and eventually we'll get our chance.
I feel like he's definitely cautious of us, but we haven't been outright exposed.
For now, he told us to wait until the race's next task is announced.
Then we'll have to do just that.
I'm pooped from all this brainstorming. I could use a break in the gauntlet runner.
If we take Juna out in public, we might attract a crowd. We can't risk Luis catching on that we're in the royal capital. At least for today, I'll ask her to stay in the runner, away from prying eyes. We could at least head back to Brilehaven.
Well, I must say I'm impressed. You have enough beds to accommodate this many people.
Yes, as much as they grumble about cramped quarters.
How many beds do we have exactly?
Apologies. 'Tis hardly accommodation worthy of a diva. And I confess the ride itself is often jarring.
You know, Hulkenberg's keeping it together pretty well considering how she acted when we first met Juna.
At the very least, I'll be happy with a bath. You have a room for that, I trust?
Right this way, milady.
Well, no point getting reckless now. Let's think about this some more tomorrow. By the way, what have you been doing all this time, Eurus?
The thinking, mostly. Been having a good old ponder ever since I saw Luis's Skyrunner in the air. Always been my dream to fly on wings, you see. Not with any of this magic levitatory.
You want a classic Final Fantasy airship.
But then in you come with this teleportation. Made me start wondering if there was any valid point at all to my flight theory, what?
I'm sure there is. Oh, I was gonna say, maybe there's something up in the sky we need to go to. And then I remembered the king's face is actually in the sky. So you might want to keep up that flight research, buddy.
A long while back, I did a flight experiment to prove my theory was sound. Failed spectacularly, though, and got myself all crunched up in the process. I was still in bed, midway through my convalescence when they told me I was to be demoted.
Ooh. Why? Why is this an option? I didn't know.
I didn't know.
Between us, old boy, my flight theory's complete. Principles are sound and tested. All that's left are the practicals, incorporating it into the gauntlet runner.
Alright.
But ever since that accident, I suppose I've been afraid to move forward with it. Afraid of failure.
And how are you feeling now?
You and the rest of our merry band are risking your very lives for the prince. Here I sit moping, The way I see it, your teleportation can only take us places we've been.
That's right.
If we want to see new horizons, we'll need to take to the skies.
So you can't give up just yet.
It'll take time, no doubt. But I'll put my very soul into it. No shortcuts. And when I fly, I'll do it my way.
Hell yeah. Party formation. It's finally time to get into this. You can change or add members to your party from the party option in the main menu. Press X and form a group of up to 4. Note, reserve members gain less experience at the end of battle than active participants, and you can never remove the protagonist.
So?
Let's rest in the runner today. Our plans didn't pan out, but we should just concentrate on getting our strength back for now. I've got Juna replacing Heisme at the moment. Does everyone have battle hypnosis? Yeah, everyone does, so it doesn't really matter who I take out of the party, because they'll all be fine. My party for now will be me, Hulkenberg, Heisme, and Juna. 'Tis a bitter setback that we've lost the means to break His Highness's curse. Yet 'twould serve nothing to only wallow in dismay. If the only path that remains is slaying Louise, we must seek new strength with zeal renewed. Well, that certainly could have turned out worse than it did. All thanks to your engineer, I assume? That crazy uncle-looking chap? Yep. He must be quite the tinkerer, Not that your runner holds a candle to Louise's. That aside, I wish you all wouldn't stand on ceremony with me. I'm on your side now, truly. After all we did to get into Louise's good graces and secure the formula, does it weigh on you that all our efforts have been spit in the wind? Nothing is wasted.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. Know that I'm here for you should you ever start to despair. It's times like this when I'm heartened by Juna's bright positivity. You were fortunate indeed to find an unexpected ally in the midst of hostile territory. Hulkenberg had much to say on the fame and accomplishments of both Juna and Rella. I must confess a near total ignorance of modern trends, and those that set them. What about you? I don't actually get to answer that, sorry. We've only got 5 beds, and someone's already using one, I think. Why is there a box in that one? Well, let's just head to sleep. There's a small bed. Doesn't look very comfortable. Time to get some sleep. I better not wake up with Juna right next to me. Hang on. Oh. I thought something was hanging in the back. It's just the curtain.
Sure.
I think I'll rest here for today.
Good night.
Rest well. Oh boy, it's late night. What's about to happen? I guess my bonding with Juna. I'm finding it hard to sleep. As good a time as any for some reading, I guess.
Oh, good. We're still awake. What's the matter?
Something on your mind?
Something on your mind?
No, not in particular.
What'd you want then?
Once we're back tomorrow, I'll sneak the formula back into Luis's room.
Alright then.
Even if he suspected us, he'd never work out that we got to the capital and showed it to Rella in a single night.
Right.
He won't find out about our mission.
Hopefully. I should probably have Juna return any Magla keys we got in the Caradrius too, just to be safe. I'll give them to her later.
You know, I'm a bit surprised. I thought I was fine doing all that infiltration at Luis's place. Turns out I wasn't. Finally having others who know the truth, and having gotten to see my sister. I didn't realize how exhausted I am, and you personally saved me from danger back there. I'm terribly grateful to you.
You helped me just as much.
You're lucky, really. I'll have you know I'm rarely this candid. That's the forbidden text you mentioned in Luis's room, is it? I've seen him reading it from time to time. What's it like? Can I read a bit of it?
Go right ahead. Does my hair look a bit different? It's probably because I don't have the headband on.
The prevailing culture of the world is one of freedom in all things. No faith, fealty, or philosophy enforces ideology. All are free to create, and all are free to embrace those creations. This culture's influence spreads throughout the world. It is even said that a song of peace was powerful enough to bring an end to war.
Ooh, that's gotta sound nice to a songstress.
How inspiring. It's hard to imagine that a single song could be so influential. I wonder what the world would be like if a song really could reach all people's hearts. No matter their status or tribe. We Nydia, we're all liars, you know? Everyone told us we were inherently worthless. Just a fact of our birth. So I learned some glamours to make myself at least look valuable. This form. It's all just a fancy disguise, really. A gilded mask for the world to admire. Or not. No, do forgive me. That was all lies, lies, lies.
I don't believe you.
I don't think it's necessarily a good idea to reveal yourself entirely.
Well, I can agree with that part.
But you should always have the freedom to.
Yep.
If these new powers are to give form to my ideals, I want to create a world where we can appreciate each other's freedom. I'll make sure everyone hears that in my songs. No matter what happens.
Juna and I talked into the night. Oh boy.
Now, prepare to hear the race's next challenge. Let's find out where our fierce competitors are bound. To recap, the 20 candidates with the current highest approval on the King's Rock will be the only ones to proceed. All others will be disqualified. I'd say the results of the exhibition are sure to have spread by now. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we? In first place, the undisputed winner, bane of sea monsters and savior of the people, our very own Sanctifex Forden! And the traitor Luis in second, despite not actually being in the race.
Because it doesn't matter.
Third, we have the warrior monk captain, Master Kiddo! Furthermore...
I mean, like, the race is purely just a publicity stunt. Luis could ignore it entirely, and if he somehow raised his popularity, he would still be the king. Because the king isn't the one that imposed this whole trial thing.
In the end, everyone but Luis is just representing the Sanctus Church.
What's your point? I dare say that's a relief. We'll finally be done with all this chaos. A return to normalcy.
Ha! Normalcy. Funny how it's only the rich who miss how things used to be. But now Count Luis has the people behind him. He'll save the common man.
Yes, we're all keeping our ears out for a response from Luis's faction. But we do have one standout who's seen a stunning jump in popularity since the exhibition.
And Elda.
The lad responsible for exposing the sins of the Sanctoress Joanna. Valiant human slayer. Yes, it's the young Elda.
Ragnus.
Right, wasn't expecting that one. Nameless to famous in a single night. Just like that, he's in the top 20.
Oi!
Took a lot of work to get there.
Where's the windbag? The one what acted all high and mighty over a tiny human head.
He's dead.
Who? Oh, right, that Gladel or something. No sign of him, probably saw the writing on the wall, and dropped out.
Okay, it kind of bothers me how much we're harping on the guy.
So it really was all talk then? The disgrace to the Rusum, hiding his inadequacy behind Luis's authority.
But the boy candidate isn't the only one in the spotlight. We've a rising star by the name of Katharina.
Although she does intend to drop out.
Some big ideas, that girl. I hear she plans to put a price on every wealthy head if she takes the throne.
Wonder how things are going to shake out with her and her supporters.
And what's wrong with that? If they're sitting on most of the kingdom's money, they can afford to hire a little extra security every day. Let them sweat it out.
They should just spend their money and they won't be wealthy anymore.
Now here's a surprise.
Ooh.
We've got a Mustari candidate still in the running.
Really?
And my sources say they hail from, well, Verga Island.
A pagan island, eh? But they're filthy barbarians. Besides, nobody could compare to Lord Milo.
I wonder how they got people on their side. The Mustari seem to have it pretty bad, so the fact that one of them is in the top 20 is very impressive.
The final roundup's actually looking pretty diverse. We're just about ready to announce the next leg of the race. And that's the bell! Thank you for waiting, ladies and gents. It's time to begin the second round of the tournament for the throne!
And it's time for Luis to do something.
First of all, congratulations to the 20 who have won their places on the King's Rock. You are now officially the winners of the first round. Let's give them a hand!
No sign of Luis. Even if he does plan to take over, suppose he's still not eager to play by their rules.
I haven't seen Juna this morning either.
I heard some noble say she had a job suddenly come up. Better that the audience doesn't see her with us, anyway.
Yep.
Now, at long last, we are ready to announce their next challenge. This time, the task for the candidates is recovering and offering a divine relic!
What? A relic?
Don't worry, we're happy to explain everything. You'll not want to forget this, so we've arranged for you to hear it from an unforgettable voice.
Juna?
To tell us more, please welcome to the stage our guide, our songstress, the lovely Lady Juna!
How'd she get her hair like that? It looks really cool.
Her sudden obligation revealed, I suppose.
Chosen heroes! Your next destination is Altaberry Heights, the capital of the Principality of Montario. You are to gather there by the deadline, with a divine relic in hand to offer the Sanctus Church.
So how are we gonna handle this?
Tragically, there are still heathens in this land who choose to reject sanctism. They care nothing for salvation. They cling to strange idols, calling them divine relics, believing them gifts from their eldritch gods. But their rituals are unstable, and their relics just primitive magic tools. It is time we put an end to this misguided witchery. Take these relics from the pagan's grasp and bring them to the birthplace of sanctism, Altaberry Heights, in Montario. Please deliver them to their rightful place in God's hands. May all our aspiring heroes be blessed with good fortune and the favor of God. I pray for your success.
Got a real presence before a crowd, doesn't she? Positively plucks at your heart.
Focus, Iceland, focus.
Iceland.
By the deadline of the second round, Altaberry will begin the festivities for the autumnal Montario Saints' Day. This two-day event kicks off on Saints' Day Eve, with the main celebrations on the day proper. And this year's event will be historic. His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden, will be personally sealing the collection of the pagan relics. To celebrate, the songstress Juna will be dedicating a ceremonial song. You won't want to miss this, folks. Now, ladies and gentlemen, on my mark, let the second round of the tournament for the throne begin!
They're unabashedly ordering them to steal relics from pagan land now. That's plunder. They would steal our very culture.
Yeah.
That candidate's a Mustari. Small wonder he's so aghast. Forden's stooping to a new low.
So we're gonna have to stoop down with him?
What do you mean?
By and large, the Mustari are a pagan people. Their relics are cultural touchstones, vital to their hearts and faiths. and Forden's just ordered us to loot them as we please.
Honestly, I'd prefer that we defend them, the Mustari, to be clear.
But in our case, we won't even know what we're doing until Luis gives the order.
Here's hoping he opts to defend them.
Either way, we're bound for Altaberry.
As a screw you to the Sanctifex Church.
We've a long trip ahead of us.
Oh, my shoulder hurts. I don't care if it's the Crown Theocracy. You'd think they'd ask me a little sooner than the morning of.
Like they have that much respect for a lesser tribe.
Still managed to put on a hell of a show for him.
Hello, Fidelio.
Lady Juna, Count Luis has sent for you. And you lot too, I suppose.
Looks like our first job's come in.
These men have me running all over.
What's up, boss?
We're back, Lord Luis.
Funny, isn't it? Since the Gladel incident, you've been inseparable from this gang.
It's been one night.
Well, one has to keep one's chauffeur in line, don't you think?
Hey, heard you got a gig at the Sanctus Festival? Good on ya!
Thanks. Though I don't know if it's worth celebrating. Seems to me it's to keep Lord Luis in check. Putting me on stage the whole time might keep you from crashing their Saints' Day party.
And if we try anything, they'll use it as an excuse to blacklist you. Just the kind of shite you'd expect from those Sanctist stooges.
You need fear nothing. It is Forden who now stews in his dread.
Yep.
That he seeks the divine relics is common knowledge. But who would simply give up an idol on par with a god's reverence? He has all but commanded that we take it by force.
Yeah.
The king's magic ruined his schemes. You humiliated him in the public eye. And in one desperate final grasp for authority, the fool has placed his fate in my hands. Forden's game will soon end. Let us at least give him the finale he deserves.
What are you planning to do?
What are you planning to do?
What? Do you need to hear it repeated? I will give Forden his death.
I mean, how?
And what of the king's magic?
You'll see soon enough. For now, you need only follow my orders. Your task is to obtain a certain divine relic on my behalf. The artifact in question is a lance known as Drakodios.
Drakodios. The Draco implies something to do with dragons, I presume?
Suffice to say, the lore behind this particular relic intrigues me. You will acquire it in time for Saints' Day, and bring it to me.
Pretty high stakes, my lord. You sure you want this crop of novices on the job?
Rest assured, my other agents have their own relics I've assigned them to pursue. I've no urgent need for this lance, nor for them, should they fail.
So you say.
I'll go along and keep an eye on them, shall I? You can bet that if they try and run off with the relic, I'll put a stop to it.
You certainly are attached to them, aren't you?
Well, it's their first formal assignment in your service, after all. I can be your eyes and ears.
She's playing it off well.
So be it then. You may act accordingly.
So, my lord, where can we find this fancy lance?
Find your clues elsewhere. You have nothing further from me. Prove you think as well as you fight.
I'm arguably better at thinking than I am fighting, considering how many game overs I've gotten.
May we both find success in the pursuit of our shared vision.
And how many difficult battles I've won through sheer strategy. Well, we're back at the inn. So far, the only thing we know for sure is that it's called the Drakodios. Yeah, the dragon god lance.
Alright.
I guess we've got no choice but to go somewhere else and try to gather more information. Let's go. With the exhibition on, the other inns are full of revelers. All the carousing and yelling. It must be impossible to get any rest. But it's nice and quiet here, isn't it? So quiet you could hear a pin drop. We're a unique little inn in that respect. Why'd you have to say that so menacingly? I want to take a look at Nidia tribe. Characterized by their iridescent eyes and hair, members of the Nidia tribe left the conspicuously notable features of other tribes. They are known to be gregarious and talented at flattery. Many have left their hometowns to make a living, some making a name for themselves as both compelling and strange figures. Colonies comprised wholly of Nidia are rarely known to exist in any part of the kingdom, making them a mysterious tribe in some ways. Alright, I want to take a look at Ishkia, a tribe recognizable by their avian wings as well as their almond eyes and long eyelashes. Though the fewest in number of the 8 tribes, they have a reputation for their intelligence, giving them a strong presence in bigger cities. Many find higher status in intellectual labor, such as scholars and sainters and the like, making it not uncommon for Ishkia to be wealthy. Yeah, I don't think I've really seen any non-wealthy Ishkia. The closest we have is Maria, and she's half Ishkia. Due in part to their regal stature, the Ishkia are commonly admired. However, the act of speaking down on others has been ingrained in their nature for some, making it just as common for them to be resented. Makes sense? Incidentally, their avian-like wings are purely cosmetic. That's what I was wondering about. Though they are able to move them to a small degree, they have no structure. They're actually just clusters of feathers. Those who aren't fond of the Ishkia latch onto this deficiency of flight to ridicule them. So what do we do now? Search for clues about the Divine Lance. I guess we just talk around?
You are.
A Divine Lance, was it? That's some pagan crap, ain't it? Go ask one of them, not a climber like me, eh?
Then...
Have you seen any Mustari around here then? Someone who seems like they might know more about it? I told you as I don't know anything about it, didn't I? Find a crowd and you can bet there'll be a Mustari or two there. Now bugger off. I think they might avoid crowds of people if I'm being honest, and I don't blame them. But maybe it's worth checking a tavern or something. Okay. Well, that makes it easy. Curt woman.
Hey!
Excuse me.
I beg your pardon, but you have business with me?
Oh, it's you two. Why address me while I am enjoying a meal? I am a customer of this tavern. I have no obligation to respond to any unfamiliar fairies. There's that Ishkia attitude. If you want to know something, it's common sense to ask an employee first. Do you disagree?
Sure.
No, I don't. Well then, let's talk to the lady who owns the place, shall we? I'm glad you understand. Good day to you. Yeah, same here, Gallica. I thought there was supposed to be an informant here. They're never around when you need them, are they? Can I help you? Something tells me you're not here to eat. I have a question. A Divine Lance. I'm not sure I'm the best person to ask about that sort of thing. No, wait, someone outside was rambling on about that just a bit ago. Had a large mask on. Must have been Mustari. He seemed awfully bothered about it.
Huh?
He was bothered about the lance? Sounds like he may know something. Any idea where he went? I believe he mentioned something about taking a boat to the island. Must be headed towards the coast by the Merchant's Bazaar, wouldn't you say?
Okay, so...
If we hurry, we might be able to catch him. Let's head for the Merchant's Bazaar. Oh, hello.
Hey...
You're Mustari, right? Are you the one they were talking about in the tavern? We're trying to learn anything we can about the Divine Lance. Maybe you can fill us in? I don't think she's gonna be eager to talk.
You see.
Seek your answers from the chief, not me. He's set to return to the island via ship any moment now. He'll be wearing a mask and carrying a staff, both passed down for generations.
Then...
If that's the case, we'd better hurry to the Merchant's Bazaar and ask for a person in the mask. Hello.
How's it going?
Aggressive ferryman. Wouldn't head somewhere else? Then it's my little boat's time to shine. Merchant's Bazaar, please.
You got it.
Merchant's Bazaar, you got it. I'll be there in no time. Hello there. Shady pagan. Wonder how shady they actually are. I saw a village chief a moment ago. I heard he was participating in the tournament, but he appeared genuinely upset. Wonder if everything's alright.
Did you hear?
Did you hear that? I don't think it's this guy, though. He's gotta know something about the lands. Keep searching the Merchant's Bazaar. Oh boy, do I want to talk to this guy?
Yes, hello.
You. I remember you. The one who denounced the rogue sanctuarists at the exhibition. But the support you have earned pales in comparison to mine. There are many who desire an independent Rusat nation.
Dismissed.
Pitiful Elda. Struggle all you like.
Wonderful.
Hardly. This ship, of course.
Well, Mary.
Hey, that Mustari over there. He is seething.
I can't believe this. He would have them all take what they please. This same atrocity all over again. Damn him, and damn his crown theocracy.
He's in quite a state. Though I can hardly blame him, with everyone ordered to ransack his homeland. For now, how to approach him?
They've really crossed the line.
They've really crossed the line.
Wait. You're not with the Sanctus Church. One of the few who aren't, it seems.
I don't know much about divine relics, but I know all too well what it's like to see your homeland threatened.
The divine relics are symbols of our faith. More than that, they are the soul of our culture, our history.
And the church just wants to plunder.
Followers of the old native beliefs worship idols that are known to conduct magic, which they call divine relics. But unlike the igniters of modern times, they are primitive in make and function, and often dangerous. So said my studies, at least.
So what's the truth?
Oh, far from it. Divine relics aren't primitive in the least. That's just Sanctus propaganda. Really, it's the opposite. Most of these relics are powerful beyond belief.
That explains why they want them.
And igniters are just our crude imitations of them.
Oh, wow.
If you'd ever seen one yourself, you'd know the difference. They don't call them divine for nothing. With powers like that, they might as well have come from the gods.
I'm glad you're well informed.
You're that songstress. Didn't expect to hear all this from you, after what you said for the crowd.
Well, a job's a job. But as I'm sure you're aware, pagans aren't the only ones oppressed by the church.
She is needy, after all.
You really are well informed. And it sounds like you know something of oppression. Did you perhaps come from the Mage Academy?
Details, darling. I've seen abuse of powers before, and I'd rather not see it again.
The other candidates seem bent on taking relics by any means necessary. But you You all seem different.
Yeah, I'd rather just borrow and give back, to be clear.
To be fair, we are looking for one. The only relic we know by name right now is Drakodios.
The lance of the dragon god. So that's why you came up to me. I suppose anyone would want our homeland's greatest treasure.
We could have kept that to ourselves for now. Personally, I would prioritize good relations with these guys.
The lance is no secret we're trying to hide.
Oh.
Truly, I hope mainlanders come by the scores to see it. Our village is on an island in the World Tree's embrace, where the dragon god sleeps. On a clear day, you can see it from this land.
An island across the ocean. You mean Verga Island, then? 'Tis a large island in the inland sea. Most of its inhabitants are Mustari, and it remains the only place in the land where sanctism has not taken root.
Sounds like a great place, to be honest.
I'm not out to abolish sanctism myself. I just don't want everything we believe in to be destroyed.
That's really nice of you.
So that's why you're in this race.
He's not very bitter about it. Of course, sanctism is testing his patience at the moment.
I thought I could change the world. And then I saw the truth. What a fool I was. I've not introduced myself yet, have I? My name is Edeni. Take my advice. Forget about Drakodios. We can't hand it over, and you'll never reach it anyway.
We'd never take it by force.
We don't intend to take it by force.
Even if you did, you'll not find any ships that sail there. And that's only the first obstacle in your way. Take my word. It's no place for an outsider. It's time I stopped chasing a fool's dream. I need to face reality. And if you're smart, you'll do the same.
I'm not entirely smart, though.
Well, sounds like Drakodios is on Verga Island somewhere.
Is there really no ship passage there? This is the biggest port in the kingdom.
No one wants to go to a quote-unquote pagan island.
'Tis true. His words reminded me. Thanks to both sea currents and cultural tensions, the only merchant ships passing Verga Island embark from Montario.
It's just not worth the risk to go there.
But Montario's on the other side of the bloody sea. You can't seriously be suggesting we go there first and then loop back to Verga. We'd never make the deadline.
Then let's ballywell conquer this inland sea ourselves. Don't worry, chums. I'm on the job.
Good. What have you got cooking up this time? Oh boy.
You worried about Lady Juna? Actually asking this time, not just prodding.
Shut up.
Tell. You still don't trust them, do you?
He's right not to.
How can I? We've only known them for a matter of days. Look, the whole Gladel mess, you really think they're innocent?
Then let's go with them, yeah?
Oh boy.
Me and you. You do whatever makes sense to you, Del. You know I'll follow wherever you go.
You never could keep your mouth shut, eh?
I wouldn't be opposed to them being party members. Look at that smirk.
What the?
It would be cool if the brothers were party members. However, I don't see both of them being party members when we only have 3 slots left. And one of them is going to be taken up by Juna, I think. If either of them join the party, I feel like it's going to be Basilio. And Fidelio is going to have a tragic death.
Wait a second. You're not saying this thing can sail now?
Quite right. While you lot were hobnobbing at old Luis's soiree, I had his runner all to myself. And believe you me, I got quite an eyeful. Came away full of ideas. After all, this old girl wasn't designed as a land runner alone. All about modular design, don't you know? Flexible jointage. So
cool.
I did a bit of tinkering.
But why? We'd not even spoken of the island until moments ago.
Never hurts to be prepared.
Island Schmeiland, milady. Look at the map. What's our shortest route to Montario, eh? A straight shot through the inland sea.
Huh. The man has a point. That never dawned on me.
Besides, I've kept my ears open, what? Here there be monsters and all that rot? You'll need more than a ship for these waters. You'll need a proper sea runner.
Oh, right! Nearest, you weren't at the exhibition, so you wouldn't know. Forden already killed the big sea monster out there. It had a huge head.
Really? Don't tell me you're making the trip in that.
You got a problem with our runner? Or I guess our swimmer?
Why are you two here?
Bodyguard duty, Lady Juna. We're along for the ride, especially since you're bound for some remote wild island.
We're gonna have to watch our words.
These poor newcomers are working so hard and you still can't trust them. Or is it me you don't trust?
We're here on Master Luis's orders. I'm sure I don't have to outline the pecking order there. Or do you have a problem with us being around?
Just don't rock the boat.
We're running short on beds.
Oh.
Oh,
that
don't
too.
worry. Dell doesn't take up as much space as me.
Oh, belt up. Besides, you really expect this rust bucket to survive a night at sea?
If you don't like it, leave. Nobody's forcing you to come.
Looks like we're crewmates then. Not unlike a sea voyage for a bit of fun, yeah?
This is a fine mess. Wasn't expecting them along. What do you think their angle is?
To spy on us.
They probably still suspect us.
I agree. We definitely crossed a line with the whole Gladel incident.
That wasn't our fault.
Suppose that's that, eh? I'll do a last check on her amphibials, make sure she's shipshape. Give me a shout when you're ready.
Alright, make preparations and sail away. Let's talk to some people first. Heard that the songstress Juna's staying in the city. You heard wrong. Bet she's the sight for sore eyes. You hear what she wore at the tournament's opening ceremony? Something drop-dead gorgeous, I heard. She seems like an angel, sure. Sure wish I could hear it just once. Let's just set sail. Ooh, you know, I wonder if we're gonna unlock the mask thing at the Mustari place. It would make sense. The whole thing is about masks. Although I wonder if they're gonna be wearing them when we get there. I thought that they might just be hiding their third eye from other tribes. But the candidate's mask was a traditional thing. We'll just find out when we get there.
Ready to depart?
Oh, time to weigh anchor already. You're not forgetting anything, are you? Hold on. You have me paranoid now. The others are already boarded and waiting. It'll be a long trip ahead of us, so make sure you're prepared now. Give me a shout when you're ready. Ooh, can I see my face on here? Probably not. I think for us, it only shows the top 3. An artisan. Hang on.
Ugh, come off it.
Hey, you elder boy there. You're that showboating candidate from the exhibition, aren't you? Just some advice, but you should try to lay low. Going against the Sanctus is right dangerous. Let's buy a little more coney meat. Anything I need here? A bit of briny salt, I guess. Ooh, we're gonna get new recipes now that Juna's in the party. Let's check weapons. Attack plus 55, let's grab that. Let's buy a Fuoco rod. More fire damage. Normal attacks inflict charm. That sounds pretty good. Especially because she has that thing that increases the rate of status effects. Good. Oh, by the way, the Lacayon Magic Association wants me to give you a discount. Didn't know you were involved with her. Is everything with you okay? You don't need to worry about it. Ooh, wow. Prevents paralysis. I can only get 1, though. Let's get it for Stroll. Ooh. Small HP recovery every turn. Let's buy that for Juna.
Good.
Oh, wow. Out of money. Right, I do have stuff to sell. I have 129,000 Reeve worth of items. Well, I actually don't need to buy anything else right now, so we can just keep hoarding. I wonder how long I can go without selling stuff. All right, I'm ready to go.
Ready to depart?
You're not forgetting anything, are you? I'm good, probably. I just got a hold of a chart with the route. We're all set for our trip to Virga Island. Now then, let's set sail for new lands. Exciting. Stop there, there. Wow.
Virga Island is this spot right here. Wonder how many days away it is.
Quite a few. 4 days to get there. Virga Island, the main island of the Malnova archipelago. Almost wholly Mustari inhabited. The isle has only minimal contact with the mainland. Let's get going.
Oh.
Seems like an odd route to get to Virga Island. We can't just go straight? This region's currents are a right pain, Miguel. We must go around and across them lest they carry us off course. By my reckoning, it'll take us 4 days and 3 nights, give or take. 3 nights at sea, huh? I hope Shoal can handle it. With Juna and her 2 thorns on our side, tensions may be high. Well, nothing to do but move forward. Jolly good. Rest assured, I'll get us through these waves to Virga Island gently as can be. We'll see about that. See. Oh, wow. That's a whole lot of nothing.
Tis actually moving. A fine effort.
Was it ever in doubt? You're the master at the helm, my dear.
Virga Island, eh? Well, I can say it's wholly foreign to me.
It is for all of us. It's impressive how smooth this is.
Tis a land within an archipelago, where many Mustari live. I've heard their faith involves a special maiden of some kind.
Oh boy.
How have they managed to avoid the church's influence?
Isolation.
I doubt they've the manpower or arms to fend off the crown theocracy.
Good location, too.
There's something there that could overturn history, as the Sanctists tell it. Something so damning they couldn't even afford their soldiers seeing it. So the rumors say, at least. Might just be a conspiracy theory.
As for this dragon god's lance, we shall need to negotiate.
If negotiations are even on the table.
Ugh, why all the fuss? Just kill him and take it.
No.
Nothing else works, yeah. Keep it simple.
It's always kill, kill, kill with you two.
Also, I noticed that Basilio is carrying a weapon.
Hey, Lord Luis's orders. Don't need to tell you, do I?
Yet you'd impugn Count Luis's reputation with wanton massacre. Simple, was it?
Ugh, give it a rest. Are we there yet?
Psh, not even close, bro.
Hard to talk strategy with those two hanging around.
Ladies and gentlemen, feast your ears on this! The elder boy candidate seems to have crossed the channel to the island! On a gauntlet runner, too!
Is he all right? They say the waters are clear amongst us now, but...
If he made it, that means my husband can go out fishing again, doesn't it?
I have to say, I expected at least one daredevil to try plowing straight through the inner sea, but I never thought it'd be that boy.
That's the same lad who exposed that lady from Martira, isn't it? He's not bad.
He's getting us more supporters.
But Virga Island's infamous people, treacherous. Even the Crown Theocracy struggled with them for years. So how will this shake out? The festivities have just begun.
We're gonna go with an unheard of strategy, diplomacy.
The Gauntlet Runner takes to the water in its new form, setting out to the wide open sea. Their destination, Virga Island, an enigmatic foreign land that not even the long arm of Sanctism can reach. Not all present now would count themselves as allies. Will this prove difficult, or something else entirely?
I'm excited to find out.
Nura speaking.
Nura speaking. Come in. Nurse's voice is echoing out of the runner phone. Heisman's got his fishing gear laid out on the deck. If you're keen on learning, ask him. Can't promise I'll stop if you slip overboard though, so be careful. Fishing. While at sea, Heisman sometimes leaves fishing gear on deck. Oh, only sometimes? Which you can use to fish. Any fish you catch can be used as ingredients when cooking. 3 days until we arrive at Virga Island, I think. Also, Stroll is dying over there. Having Juna and those brothers around has certainly made the Gauntlet Runner livelier. You okay, buddy? I thought I'd finally gotten used to the runner's emotion, but waves are a whole new beast. Ugh, I'd rather not look pathetic in front of those two brothers, but I'm afraid there's no helping it now. White-haired mouth runner, week 2, Gauntlet Runner. Funny. Magnus, you come at the perfect moment. I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board. An abstract game of military tactics, you see. Care to indulge me in a round? It would raise my wisdom, but not right now. How well is fishing gonna go at this speed? Man, this is kind of scary. If I was controlling this myself, I'd have a very hard time moving anywhere. Oh, what the hell is that? I should really get Wizard for Hulkenberg so she can get level 2 spells. Alright, what's up with you, Del?
Seriously.
I was wondering what sort of rubbish excuse of a ship I'd find, but gotta admit, the insides are impressive. Compared to the rest of it, at least. I can use the toilet.
Right.
I feel refreshed after spending some time in the bathroom. That did nothing. I need to stay hygienic to help facilitate living as a group. Oh, I get experience from that. Alright, time for a fresh start. Let's get cooking. There are notes here about new potential recipes. Sweeter than poison. Cursed love ballad, secretest of secrets. Let's start with cursed love ballad. A sweet assortment of fruits and vegetables that can cure even the most insufferable heartache. I think that's the dish Juna recommends. Okay, let me go call her.
Got a second?
Now, the most important thing we have to consider is who will be partaking of our meal. What do they like? What are their tastes? All of this matters. First, you need to visualize the meal. Then you pick the ingredients that look like they'll get you there. Intuition is key. So we're just throwing stuff together? I picked out ingredients with Juna. Wow, if this tastes as good as it smells, won't that be just amazing? Yes, that's definitely going in there. Don't underestimate texture. These little blobs are cute. And these, look at how they shine. Now that our ingredients are carefully selected, we move on to the main phase, preparation. You're making me do all the work. You can cook anything as long as you believe. Come on, I'm right behind you. Food can tell if you're worried, you know. Put your positive intentions into it, and it's bound to show up in the end. It's smelling great already. Thanks for cheering me on. Wow, what a combination of bold and delicate flavors. I call it Curse the Love Ballad. Considering the feeling we put into it, it's bound to move the heart of whoever eats it. Thanks to speed cooking, I cooked without time passing. Hey, what the hell did you just do? I was just looking out the window and I suddenly caught whiff of a fully cooked meal. Yeah, see, I befriended a nice little girl in Grand Trad, and now I can do hours worth of cooking in a single second. Ugh, quit messing with me. If you can hear the four-wheeler outside, just pretend it's the Gauntlet Runner's engine. Oh, we should have a new book, right? We've got Top Secret Poetry Don't Read. Well, sorry. Bold block letters span the cover. Do not read. Something tells me this is Juna's creative journal. I haven't read it yet. It's probably something Juna wrote herself. It says not to read, but doesn't that just make you want to look inside more? Absolutely. If I read this book, I may gain more courage. It's not that the book has any insights, it's that the act of reading it is dangerous. Alright, let's do it. Clusters of cryptic phrases and abstract drawings fill the pages. Was this written in some sort of trance? The difference between moonlight and starlight. The difference between me and you. The difference between love and romance. Inquiries like these flood the pages. I don't know why, but reading through this has got me in a cold sweat. Shivers are running down my spine. Well, we can certainly say that artistic expression is a serious business for Juna. I feel like glimpsing Juna's raw creative passion has increased my courage.
Alright.
Oh wow, 5? There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time. This better end with Juna drop-kicking me.
As the sun dips below the horizon and the stars begin to reflect off the water's surface, the Gauntlet Runner reaches the shore. Lurking below the surface, in the black and fathomless deep, are the eager eyes of predatory hunters. But the party, safe inside their Gauntlet Runner, relaxes from the burdens of their voyage, gazing out over calm waters.
Shoal Camp. Ah, look at the brothers' casual wear. We'll arrive 3 days from now. We're being watched, so be careful with what you say. Ooh, this red light is so entrancing. We're gonna eat this later. Oh, I see. Ooh, you got us some good grub, eh, Ragnus? What do you have to say?
Oh my.
Oh, if it isn't Ragnus. I'm so bored and I'm just not in the mood to sing. It sure would be nice to have someone to talk to.
Bye.
Ooh, off you go then. You seem to be enjoying yourself.
Quite.
I don't anticipate any monster attacks like we'd see on land, but you never know. I'd best keep the emergency lights on just in case. Though let's be honest, no run-of-the-mill monster could possibly capsize my sea runner. Yeah, I admit, I was half thinking this dinky little gauntlet runner was gonna sink any second, but it did a decent job running today. And out of all the candidates runners, this one's pretty fast for what it is, yeah? Not that I'd have set foot on it without Lady Juna being here. If you think I'm gonna take my eyes off you just cause it's past sundown, think again. You wanna try something? Go ahead. See what happens. Count Luis won't be asking me to justify myself. We clear? I'm just gonna pop inside. Where's Heisme? Surely the bat wouldn't be the first one to sleep. We can definitely finish reading the book during the trip. Let's get a bit more courage. Clusters of cryptic phrases and abstract drawings fill the pages. Was this written in some sort of trance? A whole section has been struck by 2 thick lines, a few words scribbled in next to it. My very soul screams. Is this her handwriting? Flipping to the next page reveals a swarm of characters and symbols I've never seen before. Is this a language only Juna herself knows? Well, we can certainly say that artistic expression is a serious business for Juna. I feel like glimpsing Juna's raw creative passion has increased my courage.
Alright.
We might get rank 4 by the time we get to the island. There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time.
Oh, goodness.
Ah, this mugginess is my worst enemy. I don't mind the ocean, but being at sea makes my hair 10 times harder to manage.
Sure.
I know exactly what you mean. The salty air makes it so much worse. Hey, Hulkenberg, what do you do with your hair at sea?
Yes.
I find that the sweat built up by swinging a weapon quickly relieves one of concern over such trifling matters. Speaking of, would you care to spar, Juna? Oh, I don't think so. I'm quite the wrong person for that, in fact. But tell you what, if I find anyone to help comb out these knots, I'll see if I can find you a sparring partner. 2 more days until we'll be able to search for that lance. They say the island is barbaric, but I wonder what it'll really be like. Heisme? Bah, the salt wind is getting into my fur. I hate it. Oh, hello. You're just lurking around here. I found these cramped sleeping arrangements amusing at first, but the novelty wears off fast. I keep hearing things at night too, and I don't know what it is. Hey, what's up with you? You are so tall. You've got a pretty good kitchen here. Not as nice as Luis's, but I'm sure I could still get a halfway decent meal going. I feel like he might be a party member at some point. There's a berserker archetype, right? I think I saw that mentioned in the synthesis skills. I think we can afford to spend time fishing. It probably won't take too much longer to finish reading Juna's book. Also, wow. Okay, there's blue ones too. Let's cook a steadfast stew. Only Hulkenberg knows how to cook that. I'll go call her. Ew. I must say, I'm impressed with this kitchen. Certainly a stark difference from when I traveled alone. At the time, a dish's flexibility outweighed its flavor profile, but even with so few ingredients, the best meals were the ones most thought through. In fact, I fear that with such amenities, I shall grow soft. There is no greater dishonor than those who so easily cast aside necessity for convenience.
On guard!
So be it. We shall dine as road-weary travelers, using only the barest essentials. But rest assured, it will taste like no such thing. I don't believe you. You'll eat literally anything. You're like my dad. I started preparing food with Hulkenberg, doing only what was strictly necessary with the ingredients.
Ah, goodness.
Only the finest cookery here, I see. Well, let us only use what we must. Dude.
Unnecessary.
The fire does not wane. Ah, but nature is not to be so underestimated. We shall cook it through in one go. I guess canonically this is the first dish you cook here. We shall cook it through in one go. Wow, it's a finely honed dish.
Your thoughts?
Steadfast stew is complete. I promised you a superb dish, did I not? We'll see how superb it really is. Holy shite, that was fast. Oh. Hello, Hulkenberg, and Fidelio. Figured you lot wouldn't be much use in a fight, but you're better than you look. Suppose you former knights are good for more than grandstanding and pretentious speeches. We've just finished the game. 'Twas most illuminating. Assigned watchdog or no, it does us both good to sharpen our tactics together. They're getting along well. Let's give fishing a try.
Oh, jeez.
Isn't this Heismay's fishing gear? I wonder if he's going to do some fishing. If we can catch some fish, we can use them to cook. Want to fish for a bit?
Understood.
Okay, I'll go get Heismay.
The truth is...
Indeed, I thought I'd do some fishing, but I don't have any good bait. Do you have anything that might work? What do you mean, bait? You know, earthworms, grasshoppers, things that fish would snap at. We ought to hold on to anything like that we can find.
Oh, jeez.
You didn't have to kick me out. Alright, let's start with worm. Worm bait, I see. This should do fine. Nothing biting. Perhaps if the bait were moving. Let's give it a nice little wiggle.
True.
Alright, let me give it a try.
The fight is on.
Whoa, a bite! And it's a strong one. But I'm stronger.
There.
Oh, just look at this haul. Well, thanks to you, of course. I got a limp goldfish, 2 of them, actually.
Here we go.
Tension and strategy look beneath the surface of calm. That's what makes fishing such a beloved pastime. The results hardly matter. In fact, don't bother asking how many I've caught.
Then...
Well, as much as I hate to say it, I think it's about time we call it a day. Heismay and I gathered our gear and went back inside.
Come look at this!
Ahoy! You lot aren't going to believe the view I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes.
The gauntlet runner halts at a sandy hollow that suddenly arises from the sea. The Towering Seawall. It is not an island or a reef, but a mass of sand expanding below sea level.
Cool.
There is no sign of a water flow. There are many places in Oceania where the laws of nature fail, but here it is especially evident. The surface drops as though it were gouged out. Still, best not to be distracted by the spectacular. Monsters roam the deep, and tales of people being dragged below are not uncommon.
I just noticed the water on the map there. Ooh. Oh, wow.
Incredible!
Wow, the sea's been split in 2, and we're standing on the sea floor.
Well...
This is what Magla anomalies are capable of. It's the same principle that maintains the water sphere in Brilehaven, but by Jove, this is on a whole other level entirely.
Boy.
Del, are you sure about all this? This water ain't about to come down on us, is it? Let's not make fun of him. Wanna go back to the runner?
Hey.
Maybe better return to the runner?
Nope.
No, I'm fine, really. Someone's gotta keep an eye on you lot after all. Look, there's fish swimming in the wall of water. I've never seen such shiny fish.
Huh?
Hulkenberg, what are you doing?
Enough.
What is she doing? You're not thinking of spearfishing through the seawall, are you? I was merely considering how I would secure today's allotment of rations. She'd eat these weird-looking fish without a second thought. She might not even have a first thought. I suspect that weird luminescence is a defense mechanism. They gather together in the depths and shine to ward off predators. So weaklings that they are, they travel together in a group? Who does that remind you of? Must use sling barks at every opportunity. It's exhausting. Besides, it's only natural for those lower on the food chain to seek advantages that compensate for weaknesses. I say, those shining scales would work as excellent dyes. Hulkenberg, my girl, be sure to catch some extra. I'll need a few specimens to dissect.
That is well.
As you wish. I shall catch enough that we should all dine well. I would rather you didn't. The supplies we receive in town more than meet our needs. Besides, the sky looks ominous. A storm likely approaches.
I see.
I see. If that is the consensus, then let us head back. I feel not the least bit of regret, I assure you.
Let's go.
He's got a point. The seawall might even collapse in the rain. I'd rather not stay to find out. Catching sight of this unexpected view has broadened my wisdom.
Alright.
Nice. A free bonus to that.
Here.
And here you go, lad. A drawing of the seawall. I made sure that the glowing fish were depicted as true to life as my hand allows. Sweet. I decided to keep it as a souvenir of our journey.
As the water sparkling in the setting sun begins to lose the light shimmer, the gauntlet runner reaches the calm surface of the reef. Yet the day draws to an end, and all are left to wonder how to spend the evening hours.
Oh boy.
What terrible rain. It'll be a storm soon enough. Can this vessel withstand it?
It's doing better than me, at least. Suppose we do owe Forden, if only because he handled that sea monster. Closure, etc.
Did we hit a rock out there or something? Back in a mo, I'll go sneak a look outside.
Oh boy. Be careful.
Those fool brothers are still abed, even in this tempest? Bloody Parapus.
Oi.
Almost makes one envy them.
Right, I heard. You aren't too fond of the Parapus. They both had horrible upbringings, those two. But they really do have kind hearts behind the glares.
At least for each other.
They've risked their lives for mine countless times. One time, I asked what I could do to repay them, and they came over all red-faced. We'd like to hear you sing, Lady Juna. Your voice is awful pretty, Lady Juna.
Is this a joke to you? You think an outcast Eugif is in no position to speak ill of the Paripus?
Okay, please calm down.
What? No, I didn't mean.
Bloody hell, how does anyone sleep on this old bucket? You feel that shaking earlier? Huh? Could cut the air in here with a knife. What were you two on about?
Just sharing life stories.
Everyone's life stories, I suppose.
Indeed. Talking about how I dislike the Paripus.
Oi, chill out.
You and the rest of the world. Or do you think you're special?
We don't have to keep dancing around it, do we, Del? Why can't we be straight with them?
About what?
Just come out with it, yeah? Tell him you still ain't sure that stuff with Glottel was on.
Okay, Basilio, you're kind of screwing things up for your own team here.
If even we're suspicious, there's no way Lord Luis hasn't worked it out already.
Yeah, that's true.
Not that it matters to me, anyway. Still, I had to make sure, see for myself whether Lady Juna is on our side or not.
Come on, you two.
Oh, that portrait. Ooh.
Ah! Something's out there!
Oh, you went up there. Wait, hang on.
Look outside! It's a monster! A great briny beast! Everyone to the deck, quick!
Where are you calling from?
What's happening?
Our prep.
Head to the deck once you're prepared. Stroll, we gotta get ready for battle. Don't bother, all this rocking already has me dead. Come on, quit being so dramatic. Oh wow, your HP is actually at 0. Okay, we'll get into this next time. I better do my outro in the pause screen because that's actually gonna make me sick. I'm excited. I don't know how things are gonna turn out. We also still didn't get Juna as a follower. We've got 3 slots left. I'm thinking 1 Mustari, 1 of the brothers, and Juna. We'll see how it pans out. We don't have an Ishkia though.
What do you say fuck me for?
I mean, I guess there's Maria. We'll see. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on future episodes, and remember to leave a like while you're at it. Hope you have a great day. Cue the outro.